So, hello guys, and welcome back to the episode number 76 of the River Sweep podcast. And after a shocking exit from the Asia Cup, and just as Uday told, Sid Jain also told that no team is strong in Asia Cup, but as I predicted that Sri Lanka will give a tough competition, and eventually they did. So you can say that India once again bottled a high pressure game. They bottled the Super 4 against Pakistan, and then we lost to Sri Lanka. And then today, finally, I think people have forgotten their loss just because of what Virat Kohli did today. Like how he
Everyone.
played, and finally he got that 71st century, which he's been waiting for around 1020 days. So I think लोगों को अब ये बुरा नहीं लग रहा है कि भाई एशिया कप से बाहर हो गए. मतलब आज जो मतलब इंडियन क्रिकेट फैंस के ऊपर जो जोश था, मतलब ऑल ओवर इंडिया पीपल आर बस्टिंग क्रैकर्स एंड ऑल दैट, तो मतलब ऐसा लगता है कि एशिया कप तो एकदम एग्जिट तो एकदम पीछे हो गया है. Lok was celebrating Virat's 71st century, and it was lovely to see him back in form, back doing what he does best, and he has not looked this good ever since probably 2019, maybe during even IPL also. So overall, good signs for Team India building up to the T20 World Cup. We have 6 more T20s to play, 3 against South Africa, 3 against Australia. So hopefully we will have a squad before that as well. So let's see what happens with the squad, but that is far away. But for now, for the build up to the T20 World Cup, we are coming up with a very exciting concept where we'll be having different panels and different views on each of the players, possible players who can make it to the squad for the World Cup, and ask our panel members what they think. Should they make into the playing 11? Should they just be a squad player? If yes, why yes? If not, why no? So we will have few interesting players which we'll be discussing throughout the build up to the T20 World Cup, which is in Australia. So as you know that BCCI experiments a lot during the bilateral series, and even during the World Cup, they're still not ready. But let's see if we can get the perfect squad this time. So why not to start with none other than the man, the hot topic in form. So we'll just start with Sid Jain on Virat Kohli, on whether what he thinks about him, where he fits, where he doesn't fit, does he make it to the playing 11, not, and then we'll move to Shenoy as well.
Virat Kohli for sure, yes, in the squad, and in the playing 11, obviously, especially after yesterday's knock. I think this Asia Cup, big resurgence in confidence. And more than runs, I think his strike rate has been amazing in the last 2 games, especially, 150 and then 200. Yes, scoring a hard century at 200 strike rate is not easy at all. So that's amazing. And obviously, the position I see him at, number 3 opening, I would like him to open. I don't like KL. Like, we come to KL later, obviously, but I don't like KL right now, especially in the phase he's been going through. He hasn't played much. And then opening with Kohli allows you to play one more like guy in the middle order. Suppose like you can play DK as a finisher, then you can play one of Panthan or Huda, which I think gives you more flexibility. So I'd like Kohli to open, but number 3 is also fine. Like so he can adapt. So that's for me.
So Virat Kohli is a yes for you. Straight away makes into the playing 11. No second thoughts on that. So let's
Okay.
see. Let's see. Good. Shenoy, what do you think about the change in Virat Kohli mentality, and would you have him in the starting lineup and the squad for the World Cup?
For me, honestly, irrespective of the performance in Asia Cup, he was always in the squad. I do not see a better batter that we have who can play in the Australian conditions right now. We have a few players who can maybe make the grade, but nothing comes close to Virat Kohli. I would always like prefer him for his class over form any day. Uh, Thinking about the playing 11, I see him more as a number 3, but I would also like to see him open, which is one of the biggest positives of the last game. Like opening, like gelling in well, and then accelerating at the right time to get to his century, which is something that everyone was waiting for. So I would like to see more of that, and possibly we'll talk about KL later, like Jen said. But for me, like
Okay.
a dynamic duo where we have complementary players like Kohli and Rohit opening would be a much more like a flexible lineup to start with. And then we can have someone like Hooda and Sky like at 3 and 4, or like some other combination that would like do justice to this lineup rather than having similar players across the team.
Interesting comments. I think you both agree on the same thing, but I just have a little bit different opinion on Virat Kohli. So what I felt was he was showing more intent, more hunger, and the way he approached, especially even in the last time as well, and even today as well. So we have seen that he always struggles against someone like a Rashid Khan or Mujib. He has struggled during IPL during the spinners. If you put spinners during power play, some or the other way he gets out. But today he was not afraid to come out, hit over the covers. And I remember in Mujib's over, he hit a 4, 4, and 6 back to back. Like it was like fourth or fifth over of the power play. So that has what changed in Virat Kohli. So I think that's the intent that he's been playing for. I think he's feeling more confident about himself, how he want to approach his game. So I think Virat Kohli is a no-brainer, but I would still want him at number 3 because I still feel that he's a better number 3 batsman than an opening batsman. On that too in Australian conditions where he has played a lot of matches at number 3, even in the T20Is. He has played there, so he knows. And I think we will have that talk later on during the toss as well if we are chasing how it matters. But definitely I think Virat Kohli at 3 makes more sense just because of his experience and what he's currently performing at.
But
So
the problem, like how Shinoy said that Virat Kohli, if he opens that, he has more time to adapt and like go like increase his strike rate when necessary. The problem when he comes down is he takes 20 balls. Everyone knows that, right? Usko lagta hai 20 ball to like settle in and like take his time. Like obviously now at least he's past his prime obviously. So now he takes like 20 balls. So what happens if he comes in 6th or 8th over, जब तक वो 20 बॉल होता है तब तक 14 और 12 ओवर हो जाता है, प्रेशर हो जाता है कि फिनिश करना है गेम. और वो प्रेशर में I think hitting becomes harder. Like today the innings was so fluent because when the power play ended, he already faced like his ball to settle, and then after that, like he just backed himself. Like I remember Rashid Khan pe long on tha, and he still went to hit a 6 over long on. Like
correct.
that's a very big risk, but you took it. Like so, obviously that's confidence. But yeah, let's see.
Yep.
Just to
So
give you more data points, if you remember, like one of the best seasons he had, I shouldn't bring IPL into the discussion, but let's just get it anyways. One of the best seasons he had was when he has opened. Like that was just
correct.
crazy good batting
1,000
from him.
runs.
And yeah, and the reason why that happened was because he got enough time to settle in. Once he's settled, like there is no batter deadlier than Kohli. He can hit any ball anywhere he wants, times it beautifully. Like you cannot literally get him out. It is his own foolishness that will get him.
But yeah, opening him is
It's
a
that
it's
kind
a
of a classic cue.
opening him is
Even
a
though
very
before
good
before.
idea because as CJ told, it does give us the flexibility of playing a extra finisher, which might be useful. But let's see. Like it will be a tough call to take because so that is Virat Kohli. Like all 3 of us do want him. They both see him as an opener. I see him as a number 3. But I'll give you justification when we discuss our next player.